Health figure. This is the Star Report. Welcome aboard. A young mammy got her clock cleaned. Thank you, Jesus. The video is in my community section, folks. Her name, Tamani Crumb. Yes, Tamani Crumb up in Harlem. Broad daylight. This happened August the 12th, but the video is just now picking up traction. She assaulted the officer first. There will be an investigation, but the NYPD has already responded, saying it looks justified. I'm not going to put his name out there, the officer, but thank you. Thank you, officer. We can't have, young mammies, bucking up. What you doing? 19 years of age. It looked like she spit on the officer, but you can clearly see her, hit him. And he responded in the manner that she clearly understood. Bang! Okay, we've got some things to talk about this evening. Hang on a second. Sipping coffee. I'm eating sliced apples. I'm on that fancy shit. Folks, I have not quit drinking. Let me just say that. I'm no quitter. But what has it been going on? 3 weeks? Troll babies, good evening. About 3 weeks now. I'm busy. I'm packing, putting stuff in storage. I'm trying to go away this weekend for a trip prior to the road trip. I'll talk about that later. But that's my top story, folks. The NYPD cleaned a young mammy's clock up in Harlem, dropped her. And her mammy, who doesn't want to say her name, why not? She's up on, they did a press conference. She's got herself a slick lawyer. She's crying. Why? She learned it from you, mammy. What is your name? Why can't we get your name? You've got a lawyer. What are you hiding? Now, if you don't know the story, folks, this is viral everywhere. This young, she's not a lady. Let's don't give some of these ratchet heifers the title of a lady. That is something that you earn. Lady queen. This is a savage, clearly. High yellow. I told you them high yellow heifers, they feel entitled. She was trying to get involved of the police that were trying to, hold on a second, arrest someone who was, they were looking for attempted murder. A 22-year-old named Elvin James. Allegedly, he had a loaded gun at the time. Was this her man? Is she down with him? Is she moving packs? That's my main story. And also, there's some other information with regards to a John Jay College professor, who has already chimed in and said this looks awful but lawful. So what do you think? And now keep in mind, police in New York City, they can be sued. They are not protected by qualified immunity. Okay, we'll talk about that. Also, my showrunner, Busta Rhymes been saying Americans ain't got no culture. Now, the video is in my community section. I posted it early. You tell me, who does he mean when he says Americans? Is he talking to ADOS, American descendants of slavery? FBA, Foundational Black Americans? Who is he referring to? Oh, he bigs up, West Indian culture and Latin. Talking about, that's the biggest influence in America. Does he take a shot at African Americans? In my opinion, yes. Not subliminally, outright, but he's very careful with his words. And now the video, again, is that's from a year or so ago. He was down in Miami somewhere, so of course he's pandering to, the Hispanics in Miami. Talking about Latin culture, the beats, and Jamaican, yada, yada, yada. Objectively speaking, folks, Busta Rhymes made his money here in America because in case you don't know, our culture is capitalism. It's a beautiful thing. I am a capitalist. You know this. I'm a man of color in the eyes of others, but my religion, your culture, is capitalism. People always trying to equate greed with capitalism. Capitalism is a system. We'll talk about that shortly. But what are your thoughts? Pardon me. Do you think Busta Rhymes should be canceled? Can he be canceled? I met Busta Rhymes one time. We had a brief conversation. He said, yo, what up, man? I said, what up, man? What up? He said, we got to talk. I said, okay, let's talk. We haven't spoke. I mean, there was a quick little, it was at some type of event in New York City. I don't dislike the guy, but I just, he does a circus act. And I appreciate the circus act, but didn't I say Troll Babies a couple of years ago? I was putting him somewhere pretty high on the greatest rappers. I was drinking heavy that night. I was drinking that night. Is Busta Rhymes in anybody's top 10? Is Busta Rhymes in anybody's top 20? Anybody's top 50? Is he in the 100, the list of 100 greatest rappers? He's a guy, and he makes it well known now that his family is Jamaican. Does he live in Jamaica? Does he have a home in Jamaica that he goes and vacations at? I'm sure he does. He's got money, so he can do that. But America was his come up, like other people from developing nations who come here or who are born here, and you can be proud of your heritage, your lineage, that's fine. But they seem to dump on the FBA and ADOS and African American community. They seem to take pride in this. They wave their flags of corruption from other places. Yes, flags of corruption. You've heard me say this before. I would never go to Puerto Rico. I'm not gay, but I would rather hold hands with a 19-year-old nigga with the wig in Times Square and eat tuna on rye with glass crumbs before I go to Puerto Rico. There's nothing there for me. Murder, rape, pedophilia, all sorts of shit are in Puerto Rico. We've called it a welfare state. Vieques is the only thing that I've taken any interest over the decades. Yeah, that's what the U.S. Navy, they use that part of the island for target practice. That's it. Jamaica, shrinking beaches. Chinese are literally taking over the goddamn island. Last I checked, 80% of the food in Jamaica is imported from Miami. Are they still hustling powdered milk down in Jamaica, folks? And there's other places where these people, come here again and they wave their flags of corruption. You have to be proud of the culture of capitalism. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We'll talk about that shortly. Also, I want to talk about, before I open up the floodgates, give me a second, my advertisers. Folks, today is August the 31st, and tomorrow we will be cleaning out some of the cycle for some of these sponsors who have been with us for a while. If you want to re-up, the time is now to contact thehater1964@yahoo.com so we can get you guys a new marketing deck with some analytics. Hold on a second. And we can talk about moving forward, okay? And also, to those of you who are still advertisers, hold on. If you want to call in tonight, please reach out via email so we can get you on the line as well, all right? Okay, Troll Babies, did I say hi to you guys? How you doing? How you doing? I'm sipping a protein shake. Did I say the gun show's back? Bang, bang. Sipping a protein shake. Oh, pardon me. Where are my manners? In the community section, there's a link to a video I just posted. I told you months ago I was going to start posting some video footage from inside the home here in Woodstock, GA, which is where I live. Finding me has never been the problem. I ain't hiding. You can even come inside. Leaving with your life, that's the trick. So I posted a video of my bedroom, a very modest bedroom. It might remind you of some of your parents' or grandparents' bedroom. I haven't had an idiot box in my bedroom for over 17, 18 years. a lot of books. My mother, was a school teacher and a news reporter growing up in the 70s. She was getting her master's degree. So I've been influenced in terms of my bedroom, how, she used to keep her bedroom. A lot of the books that you see in the Instagram clip, pardon me, some of them are, well, most of them, pardon me, are reference books. All reference books on the shelves. And I built the shelves to go along with the Japanese-style bed frame. Anybody know about Japanese bed frames? I've had one of those for maybe 8 years. Helps me sleep really, really good. Yes, so the link is in the community section to a short video of my bedroom. Okay, my phone's working. Hang on a second. I think I didn't cut the goddamn phones on. All right, give me a minute. I'll run a test. Damn it. I'm not in the mood for that right now. But also, someone sent me a Cash App trying to remind me about a Cash App from 2 days ago. Folks, I don't go back that far, and every Cash App is acknowledged, but I'm not going to, go back and read something from 2 or 3 days ago. Please stop it, okay? More than 90% of the shows on YouTube don't even read your Cash App. Don't start getting spoiled. Yo, you never read my Cash App. I have a show to do, and the show is not what's being said in the live chat or the Cash Apps. That's an added value, okay? Tor, I got your donation. Locks versus Dipset show? What do you mean, sir? All you say is Locks versus Dipset show. Where? No, thank you. No, thank you. I saw like everybody saw the Locks destroy Dipset. I have no interest in watching a show with the Dipset. I'll even go as far as say they're trash now. And Killer Cam has always been one of my top 5 greatest rappers, dead or alive. Okay, Sir Shy, I'm not going back. You can send an email with regards to something you wanted to say. I'm not going back to look for old Cash Apps, man. Sorry. 702 Pal, thank you for your donation early. Blade, okay, Blade, he says, I knew Star would love the vid of Mammy. Oh! Let me take my time here and make sure I point something out. Did I say her name? Tamani Crumb. Something else I had to mention. Thank you, Blade, for reminding me. I have to go back and look for this. Pardon me. Here it is. She actively engaged the officer, so she struck him first. Now, even though qualified immunity is no longer a thing in the New York City. I don't know about the New York tri-state. I imagine the tri-state as well. Oh, pardon me. It can't be the tri-state because the tri-state also includes Connecticut and Jersey. But New York City, there's got to be something to protect police. This ratchet, I'm going to even say maggot who popped off on the cop. She engaged him first, okay? Thank you, Blade, for reminding me, okay? The Real Rico Mercado, hold on, got your donation. Rory Donkey, okay, that's a little, okay, Rory Donkey punched Britney for breaking his heart. Okay, that was cute. Thank you so much. Okay, what is this? Okay, somebody will get back to you. I don't have time to read paragraphs of emails right now. O-Dubs tapping in. O-Dubs on the, and Busta said, what the bus, okay, Bussy Clump. Now listen, I really want to have this conversation tonight. The main topic is the NYPD officer, but Busta Rhymes has been saying this for quite some time. Do you find merit in what he's saying? Or has he been given a pass because he's a famous rapper? Just because someone travels the world and has millions of fans doesn't mean that they're intelligent or an intellectual. If you ask me, he's a tool now. He's a tool for what's going on in society, and he'll say anything to continue selling streams, concerts, and so on and so forth. Doesn't mean I have to shit on the guy, but I think he's a tool at this point, okay? 407, sit tight, I see you in the queue. I got the phones rebooted. Give me a second. 407, sit tight, I'll be right there. Sit tight. Mr. Biggs got your donation. Okay. Mark. Okay, what is this, Mark? You sent in an email? Okay, Mark, that's a paragraph. What are we doing here, man? I can't read a paragraph, dude. Okay, just call in, Mark. The number's on the screen. Can you see it? I don't read paragraphs, man. That's like a whole goddamn story, dude. What are we doing? Area code 407. Good evening. Are you there? 407.
Hey, what's good, Stars Ty?
Hey, what's up, man? Good to hear from you. It's cracking.
Yeah, good to talk to you. I'm up to speed on the topics.
Okay. I'm going to find your information for the screen for your son's clothing line as well whilst you're talking. Please, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I did watch the video of the NYPD officer.
Okay.
I swear, Star, we're living in the Twilight Zone. I don't know since when did it become acceptable to assault a police officer, and then when the police officer responds back with force, they're calling for his job. Yeah. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. Did you see her mother and grandmother, grandstanding,
yes,
crying,
yep,
but the mother won't give us her name. This maggot, and I'm calling her a maggot, she learned that behavior from someone. Tamani Crumb is her name. Yep. She was arrested, rightfully so. This is learned behavior, in my opinion. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I mean, like I said, it's just a total loss of respect for law enforcement. And I say that because I'm a law enforcement officer.
Okay.
So right. I see it every day. And it's just getting worse. It's getting worse. It's sad. It really is.
Well, now where are we headed in terms of people? Not all people, not even most, but, certain groups of people, they have such aggression towards law enforcement. And some of it is justified. Some of it is. But the physical assault that this young woman, 19 years of age, there's got to be some accountability for this. And I heard nothing from her mother except tears, nothing from her grandmother. So in my opinion, she learned from them. Where are we headed?
Yeah,
how long have you been on the job?
So I started off in corrections,
okay.
And then I went on the road in the law enforcement. Been a state trooper for a little bit over 2.5 years.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like you said. I think the key word is accountability.
Yeah.
We need to truly have an honest conversation in the Black community when it comes to interactions with law enforcement. There's just a lack of respect, and like you said, sometimes we don't get it right. I'm not saying that everything that every officer does, there are definitely officers out there and they don't deserve to have that badge.
Right.
But there has to be, there has to be law and order. And when things happen, like I said, we have to be honest, with ourselves as a community.
Yeah.
If
I can jump in for a second, Ty, don't say what city you're in, but what state are you currently law enforcement in? What state?
Florida.
Okay. So up in New York City, there's no more qualified immunity. In your opinion, and I don't know if you've been to New York City or not, do you think that this has given more power to certain groups, certain cultures, certain people who are
absolutely
who are proud to be ignorant and who will now pop off on a cop in hopes of getting a bag?
Yep.
Hopes of getting a bag?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm originally from up north, so
Oh,
I've
okay.
definitely
Okay.
been to New York. I'm born and raised in Philly.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, but the qualified immunity thing, this is why crime is rampant in New York.
I think so
If
too.
if you take if
I
you
think so
take a
too.
police officer's qualified immunity away, they're just going to go and get a check, but they're definitely not going to be proactive, because of fear of being sued.
Sued. Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest thing that they could have done, was to take police officers' qualified immunity
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like I said, we're living in the twilight zone, Star, and this is why crime is rampant. All over and all of the major cities, crime is rampant because people are emboldened to challenge the police. Because all of a sudden, all police officers are bad or crooked
Yeah.
or just want to go out there and shoot people, and that's definitely not true.
Yeah, Ty, if I can jump up for a second, and again, I don't want you to put too much of your
Mhm.
personal information out there, but okay, so you were born and raised in Philly, you said North Philly. Do you want to give us some roundabout
No,
area?
not North Philly, South Philly.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. All right, so New York. Let's focus on New York because this happened in Harlem, August the 12th. The video is just now picking up traction. No qualified
right,
immunity in New York City. Yeah, it's a sanctuary city. People are coming in, and nobody wants to be called racist or hateful. But you have a lot of people from places where this type of behavior is common. It's common. They even
right.
they extort police. They shoot them. It's
Hmm.
not a big deal
Yep.
to hit a police officer with a goddamn machete in some of these places.
Right,
I don't know.
right.
I don't know if you know the current mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. I like him for the most part, but then
Yeah.
again, at the same time, I don't live in New York and I don't give a shit. But I think he needs to try and crack down policy wise because again, you got these maggots riding around on scooters now, like they're in goddamn Honduras or some fucking place, shooting each other in
Right.
broad daylight. So what can be done
Yeah.
to correct the situation that is out of hand in New York? Let's focus on New York, if you can.
You know what, Star? And I hate to say it, but it would be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask me, Star, when stop and frisk,
Right.
and I know this is definitely controversial,
Yeah.
when stop and frisk was enacted in New York, it
Yeah.
took the crime rate down.
Yeah.
The bad thing about it was it was a good idea, but the bad thing was the officers abused it, and there were officers
Yes.
who were
Yes.
pretty much discriminating and racial profiling.
Yeah.
But we have to get more tougher on crime. And it's just not with the police officers because a lot of times we'll lock people up and then they're right back out.
Yeah. I agree.
So
I agree.
it's the DA, it's the prosecutors. It's got to be a joint effort to combat this crime wave that's going on here in America and in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing like people dumping buckets of water. I remember seeing
Yeah,
videos,
yeah.
people throwing water on the New York police officers.
Yeah.
That's battery at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this girl may have even spit on the officer. I mean, that's. Well, I read that on two different reports. I didn't see that, but Tamani Crumb, just runs up and pow, hits the cop. I hope she gets some type of jail time. I don't want to see her just walk away from this and then go live on Instagram and then get rewarded for
Yeah.
bad behavior. Hey, man, before you go, tell us about
Yeah.
the Instagram information on my showrunner. This is your son's brand, yes?
Yes, this is the Hudgen brand, my son's clothing line, and it's basically hustle now, play forever.
Okay.
That's the motto to his clothing line. He's a young entrepreneur, So go support the clothing line. He has a new book bag line,
Nice.
backpack line that just came out too. He'll be adding more clothing apparel as far as children's clothing and more women's clothing too. So
Okay.
just support a young
Thank you,
a
man.
young entrepreneur that's doing it the right way.
Yeah. And we're going to get his banner back up at the top of the page, I would say. If not tomorrow, definitely by Friday, it'll be pushed back up, all right?
Okay, sounds so good, Star. I appreciate you.
Thank you, man. Take care.
All right,
Yes, sir.
bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Hold on, guys. All right. Sit tight, guys. I see you on the phones. I'm going to PayPal as well. Anybody see R&B singer Tyrese in court? He's now got to pay 10 racks a month for his beautiful, I think it's a 3-year-old. I don't have the story in front of me. But he was getting a little snippy with the lawyer, her, I guess his now ex-wife's lawyer, and the judge. Troll babies, anybody see that? My question to you is that doesn't seem like a lot of money, $10,000. That doesn't seem like a lot, or is that, that's crazy? And so he's supposedly worth $6 million. I would have thought more than that. He's been doing those movies, Fast and Furious. Is 10 racks a lot? I've seen some guys paying 40 racks a month. Child support. You can get whores and coke. Well, I don't know how much whores and coke now, but whores and coke for 10 racks. Multiple whores. Damn. Big IKEA, I got your donation. Hold on a second, guys. Big IKEA says, wasn't Busta claiming the gods and earths? Woo, that's right. At one point, I checked. That's a culture by FBA. Thank you, Big IKEA. I forgot about that. He was wearing the sun, moon, and star. Mm-hmm. Big IKEA also says, I'm glad that video is getting more traction. I'm glad it's shine time on that grape ape niglet. And salute to the cop for that uppercut on Yellow Mammy. Yeah. Thank you, Big IKEA. Big Nigga 22 says, if Busta Rhymes is so Jamaican, why don't he take his big no workout protein powder eating ass back to Jamaica? Hashtag with aid due disrespect. AI? It's a little hard to read, but thank you, man. Thank you. Big IKEA also says, oh, yeah. Okay, Jen's not on the line. I don't want to take shots at Jen. Thank you, Big IKEA, all right? And hold on a second. Limitless star sign. Born in the month of May. So my sign is Taurus. Kick you in your face like my fucking name was Chuck Norris. Make you sing my chorus. Busta Rhymes. Okay. I used to be a Taurus. I became limitless. You know this. Back in the mid to late 80s. I'm not a Taurus, but thank you. And Young Kobe got your donation. Busta Rhymes was all about FBA in the movie Higher Learning. Yeah, but that was a film. What can we say about that, huh? And RC from the 315 got your donation. I cried tears of joy seeing that young mammy get put to sleep. Thank you, officer. And Busta Rhymes enjoys mayo on both sides of the bread. Yeah, we've been saying that for years. He used to be very thin, for those who know. I don't know if he has a medical condition or maybe just got older. Sometimes people get older and their body just, goes in different directions. Troll Fam Buggy. Hold on a second. And then I'm going back to the phones, guys. Troll Fam Buggy. Her light skin card declined, and she got a nigga wake-up call. People still getting clapped in their sleep. She got off light. I so agree, yeah. Let me go to area code 209 tapping in. Is that Randy? 209. Good evening.
Hey, what's up, big nigga?
Good to hear from you, man. What's cracking? We're talking about a few topics. Where do you want to start?
Oh, I wanted to start on that cop, man.
Yeah.
He was wrong for what he did, but
Stop
he was
it.
within the law with what he did, you know? So, you know, if that young lady would have never laid hands on that officer, he would have never responded with violence. You know, you're not supposed to touch no officer of the law. That is assault, and that is a crime.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a felony. So anybody in their right mind will know better than to do that in any situation, especially while he is in the middle of an arrest. You know, he doesn't know you. He doesn't know what you have on you, and he's being crowded, so he's going to react in such manners.
Well, now, hang on a second, Randy. You said he was wrong. The police have already responded. Hang on a second. And they're not saying he was wrong. They're saying it looks justified. She may have spit on him. At this point, I have seen nothing.
No, she slapped him.
I saw her slap him, but I'm saying she may have spit on him also. I saw 2 reports. I'm not sure of the validity of those reports, but she may have spit on him. She was the aggressor. And there's a college...
That is correct.
Pardon me, a John Jay college professor who was also in internal affairs, missing persons. He chimed in and said it was awful but lawful. Now, for those who don't know...
Yes, that is correct.
For those who don't know, you are Dominican. Were you born and raised in Manhattan? I forget.
Yeah, I was born and raised uptown, Manhattan.
Okay. So you've had interactions with the police, yes?
Of course, many, you know. I've had to steal bracelets and been in the back of paddy wagons.
Okay.
I've been unlawfully arrested, but, you know, they're always right, so...
Well, have you ever been aggressive towards a police officer? Because there seems to be a new tension now. You know, I maybe it's just that people are in seek of a bag. I don't know. Maybe people want to defund the police still in New York. Maybe it has to do with immigrants, illegal immigrants coming in, or maybe some who are not illegal and they have a different dedication to violence. What say you?
That is true, you know. They have a different understanding of violence, and they believe anyone could get it. As you saw, she didn't think twice of putting hands on that cop as he was in the middle of duty. You know, he was on the job, responding to whatever he was responding to, and she felt she was right to put hands on him and shortly got a nigga wake-up call, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
And what's the other topic?
Anything with Busta Rhymes. This is an older video that I posted in my community section. He's been saying this stuff about, you know, America ain't got no culture. And he's trying to put Jamaicans and, you know, Latin people as the front runners of, hip hop. And he said that they are the most influential. I say bullshit, but he has been getting away with this. Go ahead. What say you?
That is bullshit. That is him trying to toot his own horn and his own people's lineage. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for the culture of African Americans, the FBA, that nigga would be in Jamaica barefooted, probably playing soccer. So he wouldn't have the luxury of making millions of dollars off of a genre that was created and founded by FBA, you know?
I don't think he'd be in Jamaica. If memory serves me correctly, he was born in Brooklyn and then moved out to Long Island. Troll Babies, is it Merrick, Long Island? Where's Busta Rhymes? Where did he go to school in his formative years? It may have been either Uniondale or Merrick. I forget which one, but... you know, I'm not saying you can't come here and thrive, but, you know, I've always said that the culture of America is capitalism. Go ahead.
Yes, and through capitalism, many immigrants or migrants, children have made a beautiful living, you know, off of the capitalistic society. People come from developing nations and get to be thousandaires or touch, you know, something that they wouldn't be able to touch in their home countries or, you know, where they come from. So I don't get this new trend of new age migrants coming here and then disrespecting a culture that they don't even help build, but we do infiltrate it, you know, and then act like we've always been here and been a part of the struggle.
I think it's been profitable over the decades, centuries, if you will, to kick dirt on, African Americans. But social media now is giving people the power to do research and to stand up and say no. So that's what I also like. Hey, man, I got to take more calls. Good to hear from you. And I'm going to reach out to you via email because I'm going to be heading out west and, maybe we can connect, maybe not, but I want to at least chop it up behind the scenes, all right?
Okay, no problem, Star. Stay up.
Take care, Randy. All right. Also, I see that the story that we mentioned the other night, Nigeria enacting a new law that bans white actors and models. I see this is picking up traction. If anybody wants to call in, please do so. Let me say I really don't care. I don't care about what's going on in Nigeria, home of scamming. They sold themselves out centuries ago. So, I have the story if anybody gives a goddamn, but I'm not going to put a lot of effort into it. Area code 732, sit tight. Hold on a second. 732, sit tight. I'll be right there. I'll be right there, okay? I got some other sponsors I want to mention tonight. TJ, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Busta Rhymes has turned on FBA after taking Bussy. After talking Bussy for decades? Okay. Good evening, area code 732. Are you up to speed? We're talking about the NYPD officer. Pow! Dropped Mammy, 732. If not, I got to keep it pushing. I don't have time to wait and play around. Okay. Thanks, but no thanks, all right? Also, again, I want to mention, in terms of advertising, folks, let me get my information on the screen. And we have new analytics coming out. I say again, new analytics with regards to the Star Report. And I want to do something pretty custom before my road trip in terms of advertising because I'm going to be filming everything. And I'm renting an RV. Who was it that gave me the suggestion of an RV? Because I was thinking about a rental car at first. I was thinking about a rental car going into Seattle from the Amtrak train again. I was going to drive all the way down the West Coast through Portland and Medford and other places. And then when I started thinking about it and doing the math, I said, the RV might be better because going to all those different hotels, possibly motels, COVID, monkeypox, I decided to get an RV. Now, I didn't want to tell you guys about the RV until I locked it in. But I locked it in. Is that person in the live chat? I'd like to give credit where credit is due. O-Dubs, my nigga, I see you. (732) sit tight, sit tight. Is that person in the live chat? I want to thank you because I started doing the math and I said, it makes more sense to rent an RV. So, I got a really nice one. I locked it in, and I'll keep you posted. But everything was all set. So thank you, whoever that was. Okay. Let me go back to Cash App real quick, and then I'm coming back to the phones. Monster, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Idiot box in my room is a distraction for the jump-offs. Okay, you're talking about the video I posted on my Instagram page earlier. Folks, if you're just now joining me, I posted a small clip of my bedroom on my IG page. Now, I've been filming a lot of stuff here in the house over the last month or two. I even have some footage of Shaka Zulu, the cat, just, on that grimy shit. But, yeah, I don't like a television in the bedroom. It's just, I don't want to wake up to the fuckery, and I don't want to go to sleep, being programmed by the fuckery. So in my bedroom, I literally either just crash from exhaustion, or I'm reading books, or I'm watching documentaries. Once in a blue moon, I'll watch a movie. I usually watch movies in my office. But thank you for your donation, Monster the Animal, okay? 732, are you there? Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hi.
Hey.
Can we talk
Uh-oh.
for a minute? Boy, I wanna know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Oh.
What's going on, baby? How you feeling tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Two topics tonight. Where are you chiming in? Busta Rhymes says Americans, and I think he was talking about black Americans, have no culture, or we're talking about the cop who cleaned Mammy's clock up in Harlem. Where do you want to start?
Busta Rhymes a bitch. You don't know shit. He could rap fast, but it's whatever.
Did you see the video? Keep it real. You didn't see it.
No, I didn't see the video.
Okay. So you just wanted to call
No,
in?
I know I didn't see it.
You just wanted to call in and sing? You got a
Yeah,
nice
I just
voice.
wanted to call in to sing that song.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Have a great evening. Thank you for tapping in.
You too.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, I'm focused on Mammy, guys. If you've not seen the video, it's in the community section, right? Mr. Chambers got your donation. No, Mr. Chambers, I don't smoke cigars in my bedroom. I don't. I never do. I smoke cigars on the deck in the back, in the truck when I'm driving. I never smoke cigars in my two Mercedes-Benz vehicles either. But definitely not in the bedroom. Not in the bedroom, but thank you anyway. Okay, he did see the video. And I got some other footage. Give me a little time and I'll upload that maybe this week, all right? Blade, I got your donation. Star, a Japanese bed and a copy of Mein Kampf on the book table. Yes, my bed is a Japanese-style bed. I've had that type of bed for the years, well over a decade, but the one that you saw in the new video, I just built that last year. I've been building those Japanese-style beds for a number of years, but that's a custom job in that video. Thank you, Blade, for tapping in. Gregory got your donation. Cops have feelings too. Yeah, I agree. Are you an officer yourself, sir? I want to see the ratchet Mammy, Tamani Crumb. I want to see her. I want to see her do 30 days in jail. You have to. We cannot reward bad behavior. Just let her out and then she does a press conference and then she's suing somebody. No, I'd like to see her do a little time in jail, okay? The jerk from Jersey. No, the jerk from Jersey. And, sir, when you spell my name, it's a capital S, you know? I mean, that's basic English, but thank you for your donation. I don't watch his channel, man. I don't want to sit here and talk about somebody else's channel in a negative light. If you want to send me an email and send me a timestamp, I'm not going to watch, you know, a 50-minute goddamn video of that guy. I can't do it, but thank you anyway, all right? Troy, got your donation. Busta would be stoned in another country. Well, he has done very well for himself. I will say that, but I'm not going to give him the credit of being some type of, you know, historian or intellectual. Just because he's in the entertainment field doesn't mean he knows what he's talking about. I mean, I have to shit on him, but I don't take him serious. If I can just say that. Area code 347. Good evening. Are you there? 347. Yes, no, maybe. 347. Good evening.
Yo. Yo, Star.
Yes, sir. Are you joining the conversation? Good evening.
Yo, what's good, man? I'm just calling to say what's up, man. Big you up, man.
Well, sir, I don't have fans and I don't have friends. You join the conversation. I don't, anybody bigging me up, man.
No problem, my G.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Calling to big me up. You see, that's the bullshit. That's the New York nigga. He wants to big me up tonight. I say something he doesn't like next week. Nah, I used to fuck with you. No thanks, man. Biggs got your donation. Biggs, thank you so much. Nah, just if you don't like the video, that's fine, man. I know your bedroom is so much more upscale. The thread count, did I mention the thread count of my sheets are 1,200? What's the thread count on your sheets in your bedroom? Does anybody know what a thread count is on bedroom sheets? Give me a second. I'll come back to the phones. You can go higher, but I like 1,200. Somebody said, what? That's a person who sleeps on cheap sheets. What? Doesn't even know. 1,200 works for me, the thread count on my bedroom sheets. Sit tight, guys. Hi, Marisol, got your donation. Okay. Hey, Tara. Tara says, wonderful bedroom. Where is Karuchi? You didn't see the video, Tara. Karuchi is in the bed. Go watch it again. She's right there. Thank you for your donation, all right? Let me go back to the phone lines. Right there. Area code 267. Good evening, good evening, good evening. 267. Are you joining the conversation? 267. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. What's up, Hell Figure nigga?
Are you joining the conversation, sir?
Yes. I want to join the conversation. Would we want to talk about the mammy that got smacked?
Thank you, sir. I'm in a great space and a great place tonight. Give me a second, guys. I take the calls so that it's not just me just talking. It's on the screen. Busta Rhymes says the U.S. has no culture, and the mammy up in Harlem got her shit rocked. It's 2 topics. All right. Also, check out Devious J on YouTube. Devious J, if you want to tap in, man, just shoot me an email. We'll get you on the line, okay? My Sicilian Cuzzo sends in a donation. Troy. The blacks are absolutely ridiculous. How do you put your hands on the cops and then kick and scream when you get hit? Okay, and he's talking about moolies and so on and so forth. Well, I've seen a lot of different cultures respond differently towards the police. Don't act like it's just, black people. But we're focused on this mammy because her mother and her grandmother have already stood up, and they're crying crocodile tears. But thank you for your donation. Check-in report sends it a donation. In my opinion, Star feminism has brainwashed black women into thinking a 120-pound girl can fight a 325 police officer. Mammy got a reality check. Yeah, a lot of things, in my opinion, have gone into this new aggression. That was aggression. That was a defiant, position and demeanor, How dare you? That was like Mammy 2.0. I don't give a fuck. Not only did she not give a fuck, but she acted upon her vile, disposition. Thank you for your donation, check-in report. As I've said before, a bad attitude can be adjusted, but a bad disposition is some other shit. I wouldn't be surprised if she has anger management issues and other things, okay? Benny Blanco tapping in. Okay, he says, Star, keep it real. You ain't sipping because your liver is shriveled. No, sir. I've got a liver from a Korean person 26 years younger than me. The liver's fine. I've just been focused elsewhere. I thought about getting some alcohol, what's today, Wednesday? Monday, and then Sunday, and I just said, I ain't got time for that shit, but I'll be drinking again. Your liver's fine, man, but thank you for your donation, okay? Let's go to area code 336. Good evening. Mammy got her shit rocked up in Harlem. Are you up to speed? 336. Give me a second. You see how patient I am, folks, with the callers? Okay, 336 is busy. I'm going to go to area code 818. Goodbye, 336. Good evening, 818. Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, hello. Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, sir.
Oh, hi. This is Patrick.
Hey,
anyway, I wanted to comment on both topics. First,
Please.
the police officer hitting that person.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna pose a question to people. I mean, at what point are the police officers supposed to get back to work and do the right thing, do their jobs? I mean, we're currently living under these arbitrary rules from our society. I mean, I get it. Bad events have happened, and quite many of them. But I mean, they're there to protect and serve the public. So when you say that this woman should be arrested and serve time in jail before she gets out there and files a lawsuit, I quite agree with that.
Yeah.
Because
she has been arrested. Let's not make any mistake about it. She was cuffed right after she assaulted the officer,
right.
And then he defended himself. She was cuffed, and I even saw people, continue to touch and poke him when his back was turned. Do you live in the New York area at all?
Right.
Do you live in the New York area?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm from Los Angeles.
Okay.
We've spoken before a couple times, but anyway, yeah. I mean, they're how are they supposed to uphold the law? Like, what is the solution to every extremity in which we're suppressing their jobs or their job duties, their job titles, their responsibilities? I mean, I don't know what society expects police officers to do, and then it's really ironic because they're going to be the ones you call when you or your family or your loved ones are in a bad situation. Mm-hmm. So again, it's so, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm appalled, and I'm actually in the defense of the police force right now. So,
well, I think a lot of people are, supportive of the police officer, who was violated. And as many people have said, they are there to protect and serve. And you got some cops that are not so good. But for the most part, I want the police there. I'm not on that defund the police nonsense, But I do think that if you're not going to let the cops in New York have qualified immunity, you have to give extra time to a maggot such as this woman, Tamani Crumb. There needs to be a 1-year mandatory jail sentence if you strike an officer. I truly believe that. 1-year mandatory. Go ahead.
I agree with you. And being from Los Angeles, our DA is actually a public defender by the name of George Gascon. Okay. And our police officers are constantly undermined and without authority, and arrests mean nothing here, which is why we have a plethora of smash and grabs weekly. Because no one gets arrested anymore. No one's afraid to get arrested anymore. That's the thing. Even when police officers are doing that to criminals, they're not afraid. I mean, we literally on our news stations here, we're watching videos of inmates just congratulating themselves on being able to get out because they're first-time offenders, no matter how heinous.
Yeah. And I was, if I can just jump in for a second. I was surprised to see the smash and grabs on Wilshire Boulevard. How long has that been going? How long has that been going on? Wilshire Boulevard.
That has been going on since 2020. And I'm not going to sit here and try to pinpoint an exact date of when and why it happened, but I think we could all assume Why? Because it was pretty much when all anyway. That's beside the point. The fact of the matter is, it's going on. It's not slowing down. You know, people are getting beat up and robbed here. You know, women, children. I mean, I have, you know, and it's all part of this delusion that all cops are bad. And like I said, at some point, when are they going to get back to work? But I think, and I'd like to quote you on this, quite a few years ago, you actually brought up a great point on the police force. I think they should be paid more, but trained more. I mean, we have firefighters that are living, you know, at the station, you know, waiting and training and constantly lifting and getting, you know, educated. But our police officers, they clock in and out, and then they're done. Yeah. There's no training on how to have. That's why, like, I'm not saying that police officers are without guilt, of course, and we've seen it. But in this particular situation, this is a causality of a misconstrued concept of an abuse of power, because, you know, we can't broad stroke that statement, and it sucks that those events happen, but simply that is the case.
Yeah, I think if memory serves me correctly, I don't want to misspeak, but I think police officers should make a minimum of $250,000 a year, and in some cases, $350,000. It's a very, very, very tense job. It's tense. You got to deal with just, you know, constant aggression every day. At some point, you're going to snap. You know what I mean? As much as I wanted to be a cop, it's best that I didn't become a cop. I would have been right there sitting next to Justin Volpe doing 30 years for abuse of power.
Well, two points to credit your statement. Number one, if we do pay them that much, I expect Jason Bourne on the streets and not Paul Mart, the mall cop.
Right.
And then two, you know, $250K doesn't really mean much out here in California, so let them have it.
Yeah. What are they making out there? Do you know what are they making minimum? Or is there a California state minimum, or is that?
Well, right now, I mean, so police officers on an average, they don't even make six figures here.
Oh, wow.
You know, which is why a lot of them are going private. You know, a lot of them are going to private security or whatever it might be, you know, whether it's, you know, but once again, like I said, I'm baffled when we want to defund the police when in reality they're going to be the first ones you call when it's subjective to your situation. Yeah. But anyway, I'm sure a lot of people are going to, you know, further their comments or have conflicting comments. So in this moment, I'd like to comment on Busta Rhymes' statement.
Yeah.
This isn't really.
Go ahead.
Oh, this isn't really the first time I think he said that. And number two, to that point, I don't know what he means by that, because we're the biggest melting pot, most diverse country in the world, so we can have any culture we want here, and it's constantly exhibited, whether it's through the media, sports, or just everyday living. So I don't know. I mean, and you've constantly said this about hip-hop and in life in general, but if a culture services with parameters and rules and guidelines, to what end is he saying that? It doesn't even make sense. I mean, how is that a scrutiny on this country when everyone here can get it? Yeah. And everyone here can lose it, too, just as quickly.
I think he's just pandering to whoever puts that microphone in his face, because the clip in my community section is from somewhere in Miami. So they asked him about, you know, Latin influence. So they already came at him expecting him to, you know, to do some type of soft shoe jig and to suck up to the Latin community. But listen, man, I got to take more calls. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, cheers. All right. Flamethrower tapping in. Glad to see you on the mic tonight, Boss Hog. Thank you for your donation, Flamethrower. Someone else sent a donation. I didn't get a chance to get to it. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, it's gone too far back. Dr. Jones got your donation. Are you on the line, sir? 470. Dr. Jones, sit tight. I'll be right back. Sit tight, please, Dr. Jones. Let me try and scan over this email. Okay, Mark, do you want to call in? I got your long paragraph. Thank you. Okay, hold on a second. I'm just going to respond to this email, guys. It's just... I'm almost 60, so I try not to be aggy and... but please don't send me like a paragraph to read. Area code 470. Good evening. Are you there? 470. Is that the doctor?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening. How are you? Good evening.
Yeah. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, I'm tapping in on the Busta Rhymes comment.
Yes.
It's a lot like you said. He's just an entertainer who thinks because he's got some success in what he does that he knows something.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely pandering. You can see behind him they've got some type of Latino thing going on.
Well, there's another video where he and Spliff Star are addressing the crowd, and he's saying, blacks and Puerto Ricans made hip-hop. And I have no problem with him saying that because I'm sure he's, in business or intertwined with Puerto Ricans. And I've already said Puerto Ricans were there. But the conversation that we were having 2 days ago is about, did they create hip-hop? And for the most part, no, but they were there. Great goddamn people. They helped it manifest. I would never say that they weren't there, but so he's saying whatever is going to work to help him continue his brand, his touring, so on and so forth. Go ahead.
Yeah. He needs to relax with all that. A lot of his talk didn't even make any sense around feeling you can only feel the vibe if you're in a certain culture. It can't be expressed in words when in reality,
All right, so I got to take other calls. It sounds like you're in the middle of something.
Reading music
what are we doing?
is for.
Okay.
My bad. I just picked up some food, but
okay.
in reality, that's what this vibe he's talking about. That's exactly what reading music is for. Sounds like the man's never heard of jazz foundation.
Oh, he's heard of it, sir. He's heard of blues, jazz, bebop. I think he's just, a little reckless with his mouth. But I got to go. Thank you for your donation, sir. Thank you. Okay. He's moving slow, Troll Babies. Does that mean he's like he's doing something? He's halfway listening. Patrick, good talking to you, man. I think that was Patrick who I spoke to. Yes? I'm almost positive. Hold on a second, guys, because I missed... hold on. Patrick, I'm responding to your Cash App. I hope that was you who I spoke to. I think it was. If not, man, you want to get on the line, shoot me an email. We'll get you on the line here, okay? Guys, on the screen, www.smartlandbuyers.com. Please go there, check them out, tell them I sent you. And let me say again to some of my sponsors, today's the 31st, so tomorrow, which will be September the 1st, we're going to be rolling out new marketing strategy with new analytics. So if you want to re-up, now's the time to reach out. We'll give you a discount if you were a sponsor for the last 2 or 3 months, okay? But we're going to start phasing out some of the banners that we have been rotating, and we would like to keep some of you on board. So please reach out, so we can pick up the conversation again, all right? On the screen, www.creditwizpro.com, another one of my sponsors. I want to thank them for being a part of the journey as well, all right? Oh, okay, where is... Devious J, are you there, sir? Area code 631. Devious J.
Hey, what up, Starters? Devious J, how you doing, man?
Good to hear from you, man. What's cracking?
Nothing much. I just wanted to call and talk on the topics, and I hope everybody liked that Jadakiss video with apathy.
Yes, yes, yes.
On the topics with the cop, you know, to me, like, you don't get involved when cops are arresting somebody. So for her to put her hands on the cop, that's just something you don't do right there. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, well, if I can just say this, you know, most people are not even up to speed that they were trying to arrest a guy for attempted murder, and she ran over there. I don't know if they found the gun on him before she ran over there or after, but a 22-year-old named Elvin James had a loaded gun at the time. This is according to the NewYorkPost.com. Go ahead.
Yeah, she should have definitely not got involved with that cop. When I first seen that, I thought the cop was a little too aggressive.
Right.
But, you know, when someone attacks you, you just naturally react the way you're going to react. And I know that because in my job, I have to do that too, you know. So it's, you know, split second reaction. You just got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to say exactly what you do or where you work, but are you in similar working with the public, like law enforcement or corrections?
I work with the mental health field.
Okay.
So, you know, anything could pop off at any time sometimes, you know. That's how just it is where I work, so.
So somebody could be biting into a sandwich and then they have an episode and then stab you in the neck with a plastic fork. Shit like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you always got to be on your toes, you know. And then...
do you wear latex gloves on your job at all, Devious J?
I have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because of COVID.
Right. Monkeypox, shit like that.
Yep. Well,
so somebody might have an episode and then take a lump of shit out of their ass and throw it at you. Just, you know.
It's a tough job. But, you know, certain people can do it, certain people can't. And then on the Busta Rhymes thing, like you said, I think that he was placating to whoever was in front of him. I guess if he had like a Latin people in front of him, he's gonna, you know, say whatever they want to hear. And I just think Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes should come together and make a Latin hip hop album. I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Now hang on a second.
I gotta go start.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later, man.
Hey, now hang on a second. When do you want your next video posted? Tomorrow or Friday? You tell me.
Friday will be good.
Okay, Friday morning. You got it, man. Thank you, Devious J. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, it's one of my sponsors, folks. Check him out on YouTube. He does great work in terms of editing and stuff like that. Okay, Blade, thank you for your email. Yeah, we're not interested in American trade sanctions aimed at slowing down China right now. We've got a bigger fish to fry. Busta Rhymes claiming niggas ain't got no culture. I'm going to say it now. I'm trying to give you guys some time. Busta Rhymes is talking greasy about African Americans. FBA, ADOS, if you ask me. Charles, I got your donation. Okay, Charles, you're talking about the officer. Yeah, he's a detective, but he was wearing a patrolman's uniform. Okay, so that's why we're calling him an officer. It's even referring to him in the New York Post as an officer and multiple sources. But thank you for being precise, Charles, okay? I'm in total support of the detective officer either way, and that's why I have not said his name. I don't want any type of headaches being sent in his direction. Robert, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, Alicia, do you want to tap in? Please promote. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that, darling. Is that your... Hold on. Everybody, give me a second. Someone just sent it a donation. Okay, the blog cast all about things that matter. Oh, hey. Wait a second, guys. Let me put this in the live chat. Alicia, good to hear from you. I think I have one of your banners and some other info as well. Okay, thank you. Let me just go back here for a second, guys. I'm doing a lot right now. Let me go to area code. In the meantime, 562. Good evening, 562. You there? 562.
Yeah. What up, Star? This is Jay from Long Beach, California.
Hey, man. Good to hear from you. What's cracking?
Yeah. So on the Busta Rhymes situation, I think that his words about Americans not having culture. That's just a long-standing tradition of a lot of individuals coming to the United States or descendant from people that came to the United States disrespecting Black Americans.
Right.
It's just par for the course, I feel like, as far as opinion is on that. And then on the police situation.
Well, hang on a second, because now a lot of people have at their fingertips, they have access to research, to find out something that has been used against them in a negative sense for decades, centuries, if you will, and to correct someone like a Busta Rhymes. Do you think he owes foundational Black Americans ADOS an apology, or do you think that he's a little too big now and he's just gonna, spin this in another way and it'll all be good? I would like to see him apologize. Me personally, but go ahead.
Yes, he definitely owes Black Americans an apology, but it might not come, and I don't think we should hold our breath for it. We just need to think if next time he has a record release, we need to keep his stance on us in mind, and then make him pay with his economically.
Cancel that nigga.
Yeah, exactly. Tap his pockets. Who cares about all the tap that nigga's pockets and make him apologize. Make him come to the table on his own free will and accord, begging to get back in our good graces.
Yeah.
That's exercising some level of power that we can.
Yeah. All right, you wanted to address something else? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, and on the police situation, obviously I feel like everybody needs to keep their hands to themselves, but I think that as far as police are concerned, there should be a higher standard we hold them to. Like, if I was in a situation and I reacted emotionally and struck out on somebody, the law in a lot of cases would hold me liable for, in different cases, in certain situations, if I was to attack someone. So I feel like we should hold our police to a higher standard. And then also being in the LA area.
Well, hang on a second. They already have been stripped of qualified immunity. So now we're looking at people, such as this maggot, and I'm calling her goddamn maggot, Tamani Crumb, who thinks it's okay to just pop off. Well, I dare him to hit me. She learned that from somebody, if you ask me. And I'm not impressed with her mother's tears. What do you think about that? They don't have qualified immunity.
I think that America needs to teach, if you put your hands on someone, that you should expect to get hit back. So to that point, I believe in the golden rule. But I do believe that police need to be held to a higher standard.
Okay.
They shouldn't be held to the standard of the average person, because they're supposedly supposed to be trained to handle high-stress situations. And so we constantly give them a pass for not reacting properly in tense situations. A Black man gets pulled over for a broken tail light. He might run, and then they shoot him because they fear for their life, or they're just basically showing that they can't handle tense situations. So it's like, why do we have you? You're no better than the average human being in that event. So what is your training?
Do you think police should be paid more for their jobs? Do you think that the pay equals the level of stress that they deal with?
No, I think they need to be punished. If you punish them properly, then they'll figure out really quickly how to manage those situations. They're not punished. And like when they go in white neighborhoods and act up, the people have resources to be able to take them to court, or they have the ability to put pressure on politicians, municipal politicians, to create change. But Black Americans largely don't have that ability to do that, so they feel like they can come in our communities and act however they want to, and they know they got carte blanche in this.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
36.
Okay. Do you support defunding the police? You say you want to punish them.
Punish. I don't necessarily think it needs to be defunded, but they need to be punished. Like someone called in and was talking about how police are handcuffed and how they can't do their job in Los Angeles. We have outright police gangs here. LA County Sheriff has police gangs. They got the banditos, the executioners that run the Compton station. So they are not handcuffed. They out here running the streets. They thugging it so they need to be punished. They need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable like they are. Like there's a reason why they don't turn up in a lot. Like you don't see the cops turning up in our rich white neighborhoods. They don't be turning up over there. They don't even be patrolling those areas, but then they come in the black neighborhoods.
Well, the reason for that, sir, is money. Money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's money. So at the end of the day, I don't want to hold your phone, but
no, I'm enjoying the conversation. But now, hang on a second. Are you a six-figure man yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you live amongst the savages, or are you concerned from a distance?
I'm concerned. I grew up in.
Sir, I asked you a simple question. Are you concerned from a distance? You started stuttering. Sounds like you live in a gated community to me, and you're concerned about, the lower class, but in reality, you don't fucking live around them.
I'm George Jefferson. I moved on up to the east side, but so I'm concerned from a distance. But I got to say this: it's not like I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in the hood. I grew up being harassed by police officers.
Well, sir, growing up in the suburbs doesn't mean you're soft or pussy. I grew up in the suburbs around Italian gangsters.
Star, I didn't mean that was not my subtext, Star. I already know you could be rugged from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is I grew up around those savages, as you stated, and so it's not like I'm speaking like it's not like I'm being woke or just being anti-police or anything.
Are you married, sir?
Been there. Am I married?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you married?
No, I have a fiance though. I'm engaged.
Okay. She's Caucasian, yes? He's Caucasian.
No, she's not Caucasian. She's African American.
Light complected?
She's like she's a little lighter than Snickers, so not light.
You're not 40 yet. You're a six-figure man. And you're gonna marry up, I would imagine. Yes, you're gonna lighten up the family tree and that sort of thing. Yes.
Nah, it ain't my kids. My kids gonna be dark. I'm like a Snickers. She's slightly lighter than a Snickers, but that marrying up, lightening up the family, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay.
I don't think like lightening up is moving up. So,
all right.
I'm gonna take as long as my kids ain't real quick. As long as my kids ain't coons, I'm good.
Okay. Good to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in.
Likewise, peace.
Okay. Guys, on the screen, Prim Accounting. Ask for Alicia. Tell her Star sent you from the Star Report. Alicia, is that still your correct information? And she also gave me a website. Alicia, do you have my number? Can you text me and tell me if that's the right information still on the screen? Somebody just sent me a text. Hold on a second. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm not going to say the name. Good evening, area code 702. Peace and blessings. 702.
What's up?
Miss Garcia, good to hear from you. What's cracking?
Mr. Rain, everything is really, really cracking. How are you tonight?
I'm great. I'm gonna start drinking before the week is out, but I've been like on a health kick for the last 2 weeks, eating apple slices, protein shakes. Life is great.
Okay, so apples in your apple martini?
No alcohol. No alcohol. But I'm good. What's cracking with you? On the Block with Jen on YouTube. It's cracking.
Yes, on the Block with Jen on YouTube. So I went to your community section. I saw both videos, Busta Bust and the girl that got cold cocked by the popo.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
So I want to start with the girl that got cold cocked. She got to eat that. She just got to eat it.
Okay.
She got to eat it. Cliche and all, but play stupid games, get stupid prizes. I don't believe that. I keep hearing this. Oh, we got to hold the police to a higher standard, right? Because they got guns and badges. No, the hell you don't.
Jen, your phone is going in and out. Your phone's going in and out, Jen. Say again.
Can you? Hello? I said, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, there you go. That's better. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about you got to hold the police to a higher standard because they got guns and badges.
Right.
I disagree. Those are human beings who are working a very tough job, be they black or white.
Yeah.
And it's a natural instinct for someone to swing on you, and you swing
back.
I don't care how big I don't care how big the cop is and how small, the perpetrator is.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted some, and he gave it to her.
Facts.
I saw Mama with the Benjamin Crump tears at the press conference.
Right.
No, ma'am. She did what I call the dry cry. Like, I'm gonna just squeeze my face real tight and hide my face, and hopefully you think I'm crying. No, ma'am. You should have raised her better. You should have raised her to keep her hands to herself. Crazy as my ass is, I'm not swinging at the police. Okay? So you want to swing at the police because you probably swing at your baby daddy or your brother in your house? Well, you know what? That man doesn't know you, therefore he doesn't owe you.
I was just about to jump in, Jen, because you've been very open and transparent with my audience. You have been handcuffed and arrested, but you never actually got in with the cop. You're a Bronx girl.
Oh, no. If anything, listen, last time I got arrested, some cops were real quiet around me, and I made a joke. I was like, hey, how about them Yankees? You like the Knicks? Once you're arrested, listen, once the cuffs are on, once you're arrested, even if it's a wrongful arrest, you take care of that at the precinct. You take care of it after. You don't act like a damn banshee.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And then cry police brutality. You know what I mean? It's a damn job. I've got stopped at gunpoint. Okay? You get cuffed, you get in the precinct, and you take care of it there. You don't swing at that man like he's your baby daddy, or you're going to get two-pieced.
Right.
Point blank period, you're going to get two-pieced.
Right.
And that's what she got. So, I'm just glad the cop is black, because if he was white, Benjamin Crump would have been on the scene.
Good point. And I'll even say, I've already taken shots at her mother. I think she learned that behavior from her mother, but never mind that. All right, so Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes has been consistently saying America ain't got no culture. And he took shots at African Americans, although he didn't say black people ain't got no culture. He's talking about they get culture from us, and he was saying Jamaicans and Latinos. But now at the same time, he was talking to an interviewer in Miami. What are your thoughts, Jen?
I agree with Busta 100%, and I'm not even biased. It's just factual. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, black Americans don't have a culture other than what was passed down to them by massa. That is a fact. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's sad as hell. but it is a fact. So the culture does come from Latinos and the Caribbean. So I agree with him.
That's not a fact. That's your opinion. But go ahead. I'll let you speak.
To me, it's an opinion. Okay, we'll leave it as an opinion. But the culture that is Black American was passed down by massa because their culture was stolen from them, right? So that is my opinion. I do agree with him 100%. You know what I mean? The Caribbean, we're all connected. We all have the same Afro beats intertwined, and that's why we so easily relate to each other. So I agree with him 100%. But as far as America not having a culture...
Well, hang on a second. I'm going to respond to what you said because...
Okay.
No, that's not a fact. It's your opinion.
Well, I said it's an opinion. I already said it's an opinion.
Yeah, well, I'm letting you know. It's your opinion. The culture of this great country is capitalism. And that's why people can come here. And I say this with all due respect. But someone like yourself, you were born here in America, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. But yet you wave the Puerto Rican flag. You're born here.
I do.
So you are allowed, you are given whatever it is that goes with your quest for payment to thrive by way of an economic, system of capitalism. That's the culture. Now, to even go deeper, capitalism it didn't happen here in America. So the Caucasians, the founding fathers, who for the most part were let out of the gallows of Europe, what do you think they learned this system of capitalism from? Since you said African Americans or indigenous Black people, what do you think the founding fathers learned about trading and mathematics and science?
So I'll say this because I didn't finish my statement. I do think that America has a culture, and I agree with you. It is capitalism. It is the bars and stars and guns. So America does have a culture. America is not cultureless, right? That part I disagree with Busta Rhymes. America does have a culture. Duh. Right? Every place you go to has a culture. I believe in capitalism. I'm not one of the people that's crying about, people making money, right? I believe in capitalism. But, America does have a culture. I was just specifically talking about the Caribbean folks, right? Versus the people that are here. You know what I mean? The food and the music and things like that. So I agree with him. I'd say 90% I agree with Busta, right?
Okay.
Because I believe in capitalism. I don't believe in crying about people and making millions of dollars. I don't.
Okay. But now, hang on a second. I hate to go back. Hold on a second. Let me just change my screen here. Stay with me, Jen. I got to promote.
I'm with you. I am with you, Star.
Where the hell? Okay, let me get my PayPal on the screen because I'm always promoting everybody else. Goddamn. Let me promote my PayPal. Hold on a second, folks. Okay, now. I hate to go back, but you're agreeing with Busta Rhymes, but your mentor called in here and agreed with me that hip hop came from the South. Your mentor, never mind Busta Rhymes. You don't know Busta. You ever met him? You ever met Busta Rhymes?
I never have. I walked by him once.
Okay. Your mentor, Crazy Legs, called in here and agreed with me. I said hip-hop didn't come from the Caribbean. It came from the South. And I gave him examples, and he agreed. So you're disagreeing with your mentor now.
Wait, you said the South, meaning what? Like the South, like Atlanta? And what do you mean the South?
The South. That's where hip-hop came from. Crazy Legs agreed with me. The funk.
Well, okay. I'd have to rewind that because I didn't hear him say that verbatim. I'd have to go back myself.
Okay.
I gotta hear that.
Well, listen.
But I'm gonna do a panel with Crazy Legs, Grandmaster Caz, and Joe Conzo on Friday.
Nice.
On Friday. So I'll ask him that. Okay, I trust what you remember. I trust what you remember. I do, but I'll ask him.
Hey, so listen, with regards to your channel, I didn't want to just, post something without your approval. Is there anything you want me to put in the community section? You put up a recent video. Yeah, listen, you want this smoke. You want people coming over there, subscribing, but, I don't want to just throw something up unless you you want it promoted?
Listen, throw up whatever you see. As a matter of fact, in 5 minutes, I'm about to throw up another thirst trap.
Okay.
Give me 5 minutes.
I'll give you 35 minutes, and just shoot me a link via email, and we'll get your thirst trap up. And guys, I want you to go subscribe to On the Block with Jen. Jen, I enjoy talking to you, and thank you for tapping in.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night. Okay. All right. Jen Garcia. Yes. Folks, this is the show where you can call in and talk. You don't have to agree with me, and I don't have to agree with you, but I like to have dialogue where people can speak, all right? Speak freely. All right, there's my PayPal information on the screen. NYPD racist sends a donation. One of your guys showed that nigga, okay, and then he's using the B word, whose boss couldn't be prouder. The nerve of that, the nerve of that monkey mammy. Star, she's lucky she's not taking a dirt nap. Okay, listen, homie, you've got to put a capital S on my name, okay, when you spell someone's name. Do you guys know what a proper noun is? Where is society going where you don't capitalize people's names? It's not that I'm like offended or anything, but do you guys know what a proper noun is? Hang on, listen, let me put something in the goddamn live chat for you. Hold on. I'm a goddamn high school dropout, but I learned what a proper noun is. Sir, do not put a bunch of tomatoes in the goddamn live chat or we will block you, goofy ass. We don't mind you talking crazy, but stop with those, nutty ass emojis. Knock that shit off. Hold on a second. Let me just put this in here for some people. A proper noun. I'm not offended. I'm just like, I can't take you serious if you don't know what a proper noun is. If you're spelling my name and you don't use a capital S, I won't even respond to you. Be like, what? This motherfucker's illiterate. All right. Thank you again, Alicia. I got your donation and I put your information on the screen. Hopefully that was correct. Okay. Alex got your donation. Alex says, the golden rule as children was always keep your hands to yourself. She didn't, so she got hands put on her. Hashtag sit that dumb ass down. 19 years of age. Tamani Crumb. Where did Tamani learn, or who taught her to think that that's acceptable behavior? I saw no father doing the press conference along with her mother or grandmother. Maybe that explains it. Maybe she grew up with no man in the house and she hates men. I don't give a fuck what you say. I mean, she popped off fast. She just ran up on the situation. Pow! Elvis the Chef got your donation. Thank you, sir. Morehouse Entertainment. Star, how much to sit Jen down? Okay, you don't say for how long, sir. How much to sit Jen down? Jen on the rock. Send me 500, sir. I'll sit her down for 30 days. 500. Hold on a second. Several. Peace? FBA don't have no culture. We just built. Oh, stop it. This person's trolling. Language, math, discovered space. Okay, thank you for your donation. You know, there have been people throughout history in this country, going back centuries, documenting black culture. And again, once upon a time, it was being black was a great thing. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud, and other songs, other chants and what have you. But it is now we're somewhere else in society, and it's fine to stand up and say, hey, you know, we want credit for this, we want credit for that, or else other cultures will come in and try and take something, you know, first, such as reparations. We've had that discussion before. Thank you, Morehouse Entertainment, for your donation. Jason, I got your donation. Nothing pops off unless Black America makes it hot. I would agree for the most part. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jason, for your donation. 702 POW tapping in. Hearing Jen talk right now. Okay. Now, I'm not going to mention somebody else's name, but thank you, 702 POW. If people are on the line together, that's one thing. I just don't want to do it like that, man, but thank you. Hey, Laura, I got your donation. Jen needs to learn what culture means. What you do, ? Okay. Guys, if you're just now joining us, I want to make sure that I'm promoting some of my sponsors. And also, tomorrow we're going to be bringing out new analytics. So some of the sponsors that have been with us, and we've been extending your banners and the showrunner, it's time to re-up. Please reach out, okay? We want to keep you on board, okay? And we want to talk about some other ways to enhance what it is that you do. Spring area code 614. Good evening. Are you there? 614. Yes, no, maybe. 614.
Stop.
Hey, good evening.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, sir. Good evening.
Star, are you there?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Good evening.
Hello?
How are you?
How you doing tonight?
I'm good. So your phone sounds a little crazy. Can you make some adjustments so we can hear you? Where do you want to start?
Okay. Can you hear me a little better?
Go ahead, sir. You have the floor. Go ahead.
Star, do you know how many abortions there were in 2020?
Sir, can you just address the topic? Where do you want to go? I'm not sitting here pulling stats and numbers.
I want to go.
Just tell us.
I want to tell you and show you how clever Democrats are, okay. my friend.
I'm not a Democrat, sir.
Pro-choice.
I'm not a Democrat.
930,000 abortions in 2020.
Okay. I'm not a Democrat, sir.
600,000 were...
Excuse me, sir. I'm not a Democrat. Did you assume I was? Where are you going?
No. Your audience is.
No, sir. No, sir.
Audience.
Excuse me. Sir, when you call in here and you assume that the audience is this or that, and you try and marginalize, we get you out of here. You don't know what the audience is. You've never seen the analytics.
Well,
Thank you. Good night, sir. Here's the problem with you guys. That's an old clown. He's not even white. Someone forgot to tell him he's a descendant of Euro trash. He's pretending to be white. I know the type. I grew up with him. Here's what you guys need to do. I don't have to curse at you. We just get you up out of here. No thanks. Big J, got your donation. Thank you so much. Mammy has been seeping out of Jen the last few days. Okay. Okay. Guys, on the screen, YouTube, Paperwork Party Network. Please check them out. Tell them I sent you. Okay. Paperwork Party Network. Folks, and if you're new to the show, that audience, or the audience and the live chat, I've said this before, we have the analytics to prove it. Those are, for the most part, people with careers and homeowners. They're not sitting around in the fucking projects, twisting their hair and smoking Reggie. They're entrepreneurs, managers, directors, VPs. You hear police officers calling here from time to time, professors. Please miss me with that your audience nonsense. Please, you're doing me no favor by calling here, okay? Nate, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Rory's tapping in. Salute to the Irish cop who snuffed Mammy. I was a black cop, Rory. Are you still on the road? Yeah, I think he is still on the road, all right? Morehouse Entertainment. Europeans learned trade from the Moors. Hey, I was letting Jen talk, you know. But thank you for spitting the knowledge here. Hold on a second. What is this? No, somebody just sent me a crazy email. What the? Miguel, I'll get your donation. Are you on the line, sir? Where's Miguel? Area code 727. Miguel. Good evening, Miguel. Give him a second.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How are you? Thank you for tapping in.
What's up, Star?
How are you?
Yeah, I find it offensive what Jen was talking about. I mean, for two reasons, but I'll just try to keep it short, man. FBA is the culture.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of seedy stuff going on, no matter what the crack tried to teach us, taught people, FBA is the culture. Mm-hmm. All the music, all the trends, newscasters trying to repeat our slang, people over in Japanese trying to sound like us, China people trying to sound like us, everybody all across the world is trying to sound like us, trying to be like us, and just not really fully admitting it.
I agree.
But we are the culture.
I agree.
We are the culture. So, I mean, and I'm half Puerto Rican, man. I'm half Puerto Rican. It's a damn shame that she's going to say this because most Puerto Ricans look at me, they think I'm black, and so they tell me I'm not Puerto Rican because the way I look. I have an Afro seat, so I'm not real Puerto Rican. You got to be European descent to have real Puerto Rican. Same with Dominican. It's the same thing.
Well, listen, as you already know, because you sent it a nice donation, this is the objective perspective. So I want people to talk. I don't always want to try and steer the conversation. I like what Jen brings to the table. She's more than welcome to call in, you know, and other people as well. So.
No, all respect to. No, just what she said was kind of outlandish, and I don't think it was really thought through. That's all. I mean,
but hang on a second. Did you see Crazy Legs call in and he agreed where hip hop came from, the South? Her mentor, Crazy Legs, said that.
Yeah, I did hear you talking about that earlier. Unfortunately, I must have been out of the room when that was said. I didn't hear Crazy Legs on the line. I am glad that he said that, and I hope a lot of people catch on to that, you know, because that, you know, I mean, he's admitting it right there because I was in an argument the other day with my boy who's Dominican, and he was trying to tell me, yo, what about Crazy Legs? I'm like, yo, Crazy Legs, he came about in the mid-'80s or the early to mid-'80s. You know, he's not a creator.
Great guy.
He's definitely a contributor and definitely helped propel, if not keep up, one of the elements of hip hop while everybody else left that element, or the Negroes left that element to be all fly and flashy and drug dealers and killers. You know, Crazy Legs and the Rocksteady crew was holding that down for us while the Japanese were assimilating to our breaks and popping and locking and all that stuff. You know, so, I mean, yeah, Crazy Legs is definitely a pivotal figure in the development of hip-hop, maybe, but not the creation. And, I mean, it's really astounding.
Well, if you go back and look at one of the, I think that show, was that Sunday, guys? I think it was Sunday's show. No, pardon me, it was Monday's show. That's when he called. But listen, I don't want to go too far back to that show right now. Let me ask you a question, and I haven't even put this on the table yet. Do you think the South destroyed hip-hop? Rap music is alive and thriving, but did the South destroy hip-hop? Now, since you mentioned
destroyed it,
the 5 elements of hip-hop, and rap music is some other shit. I try at my age not to be overly cynical, not to look down, but this rap music is some other shit, man. And you got these guys admitting to crimes, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, what is this shit about now? Am I just old, or did the South ruin hip-hop, in your opinion?
I think New York played a big part in that. You know, New York was constantly, you know, trying to hold people up to a certain meter stick.
Right.
And we didn't hold them up when they were making their rise. So it kind of went along another way. But also, if you keep pumping negative, it's only going to get more negative. I mean, that's just what it is. In a sense, I feel like it's things that we have learned from our master, because they are the master killers in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere they went, they showed us, they proved it. This is not like conjecture. This is fact. So, you know, if we're in a nation where we're still the oppressed after so many odd years, I mean, we always talk about traumas and habits that you pick up, and Stockholm syndrome too. So we
Can I ask where you're from? What state? Where you from?
I'm from the Bronx, New York, originally.
Okay.
My mother moved me to South Carolina when I was getting in trouble at 16, 17 years old.
Okay. Now, hang on. Stay with me. I threw that out there, but at the same time, I want to get this in. Maybe we can continue the show and continue this conversation. Did the South destroy hip-hop? I think that New York rappers, producers,
destroy hip-hop.
And well, hang on, and PR people, along with Hot 97 in particular, helped destroy hip-hop up in New York. They allowed the feuding and the fighting and the shooting in front of the goddamn station. It became insane. After Biggie and Tupac died, how could they then continue to let people come on the station and talk about street shit on a goddamn radio station? If you ask me, they allowed the bullshit to get onto the airwaves, and that helped, along with the South rising up that was, promoting booty shaking and all sorts of dumb shit. And that contributed.
Right, with no kind of...
I'll give you the last word. Go ahead. Your last word.
Well, I think it's like you were saying before, there should be like, I don't know how you said it exactly, but there should be like some kind of forum or like some elders. And if we'd have had some solid elders from the get-go, I think as a whole, hip-hop would be a totally different thing, man, a totally different thing. We let a lot of stupid beefs get in the way and destroy things. And, of course, not uplifting the true artists. We want to feed off of the garbage or whatever's selling, whatever's popping, So it all landslides and turns into what we have, I'm sure.
Okay. Hey, man, I got to take other calls. Thank you.
Star.
Thank you for tapping in.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Okay. It was a good call. Did the South destroy hip-hop? I mean, that's where it came out of. Hold on a second, guys. I'm looking for something, and I can't find it. God damn it. Oh, man. Source Magazine. I hate to do this right now, but I'm literally going crazy because I have OCD and I'm looking for something and I can't find it. Anyway. All right. Let me go back to Cash App. Thank you for your support. Morehouse Entertainment. Okay. What are you saying here? We'll pass around a collection plate. You will pass around a collection plate to get Jen sat down for a month. Darryl, got your donation. Who's worse, Black Cops or Aaron the Karen? I don't know. Well, I'm saluting the black cop up in Harlem who clocked that girl in her shit. Oh, I'm saluting him. I'm sure she'll try and sue. That's what that whole press conference was about, with her mother crying tears, but her mother doesn't want to say her name. Why? What has the mother been doing in the past to the point where she doesn't want to say her name?